Thought I'd go through a little bit about how to set this TV up for the first time. Right now it's off. It has a very reflective surface. I don't know if you can see my hand, but it's currently off. To turn it on, there's a button up here that we're going to slide into the on position, and it's going to boot up. There we go. Apparently I didn't have it slid all the way, so that's something to watch out for. Once it's on, you'll need to extend the antenna, which is right here. You have to have this all the way out or you won't receive any channels at all. It's about so long, and you can attach an external antenna. Now we're in the main menu right now. This is a button that'll take you out to further menus, but right now we're at the top level, so it won't do anything. This is a select button, and this radial up, down, left, right button will allow you to navigate. So if you go into like settings, I don't know how well you can see this, you can set language, color options, menu options, updating the software via the USB cord or an SD card. So we're going to back out and we're going to go to DTV. Select that, and right now it's going to take us to the previous channel we watched. But we're going to go through a setup as if we hadn't already set up. So if you hit the menu button and cycle to channel, I don't know how well you can see this, probably not so well. One of the options in channel is auto scan. So it'll scan through all the potential channels and say how many it found. We're currently recording in the DFW, Dallas-Fort Worth area, so you would expect quite a few channels. After going through setup just with this antenna alone, I've only found about 25, and of those, most of them are either such poor signal that you aren't really getting anything, or they're in Spanish, which is fine. It's just something to be aware of if you don't speak Spanish or don't watch a lot of Spanish TV, that some of these channels won't be meeting your needs. It's going through RF channel 40, and it's found 8 so far. And there's, I believe, a total of 69 that cycled through, at least in this area. Now we're at 53, and it's found 23. Still at 23. We're at 65, 66. Okay, so 69 channels, and it found 23 this time. So now it's just started at the bottom. If we hit menu, and one thing I found is that the buttons are very sticky. They don't always press very well, and you kind of have to press them hard. If you cycle back to channel, then you can go down to this option that says show hide. So we're going to go into this, and this brings up a list of every channel that was found whenever we do a search for channels. So if you go down this list, it'll show it in the background behind this menu, and it'll play it, and you can say, oh, that's not good reception, or that's not a language that I speak. So then if you want to delete that channel from the scrolling list, then you would press this OK button, and it'll remove it from the list and hide it from whenever you're scanning. So after you do a setup, you'll want to go through here and say, oh, this channel is completely blurry, it's not good reception, hide it from the list, don't show it to me. So then you can go back out to the viewing, because now you've set everything up, and let's say we change the channel. The up and the down buttons cycle through the channels. The left and the right buttons change the volume. And it's important to note that, the screen is very clear, very pretty, but only when you're holding perfectly still. If we start moving, I'm just going to move it around, you'll lose reception while you're moving. Let's walk around with the video camera. So we've got clear reception right now, but we're going to move. And even though I'm really just walking in a circle around my dinner table, you can see that the reception is not capable of keeping up. So let's go on and walk through the house. Okay, so we've made just a few steps here. And it's actually keeping up better than it was earlier with my previous tests. But it's definitely not a TV for carrying around on the go and watching in your hand. So, once you're done and you're ready to turn it off, I'm going to put down the antenna. Haven't turned it off yet, but you'll notice whenever I retracted the antenna right here, we've lost the signal entirely. It's completely hung up. That's what I meant about how you have to have the antenna at all times. So in order to turn it off, I'm going to turn it by sliding this over, and it's just right off, just like that.